basically with my vlogs, I think everything's just gonna be dimly lit. What do you think? What do you think? Anyway, so I washed my hair. Hopefully you can see how cute it is, like my curls. Ooh. I haven't like fully like scrunched, I mean, let's see, maybe be over here. I haven't like scrunched them out yet, but I'm gonna just like let them really take form. I diffused them with this hair dryer. What is this? I think this is this is an Infinity Pro Conair. It has like this little diffuser attachment. I think we got this for, I think Mike and I got this for him. But I've been using it. So yeah, I'm gonna put this away. I'm almost ready for my doctor's appointment. I just need to get my purse together and everything. I've been mentally preparing myself because I'm about to get my IUD removed and then replaced. So I've actually really enjoyed having my IUD. I know a lot of people like have not shared that same experience, but I've actually really liked mine. When I got it in, that was just such an experience. The insertion was like not amazing, but also like I can't remember it that well because it was 5-6 years ago. How long was that? So it's like 5 years and some change. Excuse me. It's been 5 years and some change since all of that happened, and I'm like trying to like minimize the experience, but also like since I've been reading so many experiences about how horrible it's been for other people, that I'm like starting to like so I'm just like trying to like play it low-key, like it's not gonna be that big of a deal, like it's gonna be fine. And, like I took some ibuprofen and some acetaminophen like at the intervals that my doctor told me to, and so I gotta get going to my appointment now, but wish me luck. I'll tell you how it goes. Today has been a day. So it's 9:45 p.m. right now. The main thing I want to catch up on is my IUD replacement. So I had a doctor's appointment today, and what they did was the full rotation. We got breast exam, the usual like STD pregnancy test. We got pap smear, and last but not least, we got the removal of my IUD, my first IUD, to put in the second. I'm feeling great now. Like all of this happened at like 2 p.m. So I was feeling great about 3 to 4 hours out. Like I was feeling like 90% then, and now I'm feeling like totally normal now. It was just so funny. Let me so I'm trying to cut open this box, and maybe I'll show you some of the stuff. Maybe I'll do a little Ulta haul while I'm talking about this. So I get there like a little bit early, but honestly I've just been so anxious about it. My first IUD insertion like wasn't that bad. Like honestly, the worst part was that I like fasted, but beforehand, not on purpose, I had like an orthodontist appointment because like that I got it, that was like 5 years ago. So I got my, let me use a different thing. Where the hell? Okay, there it is. Meow meow. Jameson's in the vicinity, so just so you know. Okay, so I got my IUD put in And then, hopefully I didn't tell this story already, but I got my IUD put in 5 years ago on the day of Trump's inauguration. Quite a moment, but anyway. So yeah, that was 5 years ago. And honestly, I don't remember that much of it, but I just remembered I had my orthodontist appointment at like 8, and then my gynecologist appointment was at 10:30. So what I did was woke up, showered, brushed my teeth, ran to the ortho, got my situation done, and then I went to my grandparents to complain about the inauguration. And after that, I went to my gynecologist and got it all done there. And I was just like cracking hella jokes. Like, I had previously had the arm implant, but I wanted to take that out because it was honestly like the side effects. Like, I like in terms of mental health, like I was at a major low. Like literally every day I was just like. So we found that it was, even though I was on antidepressants and everything, like, yeah, it was really bad. So so we decided to take the arm implant, then the nexplanon out, and put a Marina in. And I was just like, you know, it was chill, like cracking jokes. Like, it hurt, but it wasn't like the pain itself lasted about no more than like 2 minutes. I wouldn't say it was a pinch, but the pain itself only lasted about 2 minutes, and then it was like cramping, and since I had fasted, I was like hella lightheaded. And then I also got blood work after. Like, nonsense, absolute, like in terms of like not taking care of yourself, like I'm just like but anyway, so first experience like wasn't that bad, but like again, like I wasn't like, oh, I remember every moment. So today I get there, I'm like just a smidge early, like I do my online check-in. I was like basically avoiding everything I had to do, like every other thing that I was planning to do today, I kind of like put off because I have this one appointment at 2 p.m. So I go and like I get checked in. I love my nurse. This is the second visit I've had with this doctor, and this doctor is great. Jameson, I hope he doesn't start. So I might not even be able to like open anything. Let me just like tell the story. So I get there a smidge before 2 p.m. The nurse calls me in. This is the second time I'm not meeting them, but like this is the second time I'm meeting them, you know. My doctor and my nurse, and like they're awesome. Like the first appointment like went so well. Like I just like really connected with them, so I'm super thankful. Like I'm so lucky, because the first doctor, that's a whole nother story. I actually don't even want to get tangent. So basically, my new doctor is great. Love my nurse. And so they take me back, and I'm like, I'm so nervous. But like everything's going good. I get checked in. I'm just chatting and like, oh, blah 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 blah. Like, oh, like you're gonna need a pap. Your schedule, like you're gonna need a pap smear. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, if my doc can do it, like that sounds great. And then the nurse leaves, and then she like comes back and she's like, oh wait, so that pap smear and that IUD, you want to knock them out today? And I was like, that's what I thought. If you're not ready, like that's cool. Because like, and then she's like, oh no, don't worry. And I'm like, like I just want to get it over with, but also I'm scared. So she leaves and comes back with everything, and she's like, oh, like the scheduling, like blah blah blah, but like everything's fine. So like they get ready. I have to give a sample. Like I'm like, I purposely like wear a dress because I think I can wear my dress and just like lift it, but no, I gotta get fully undressed. And I'm like wearing my little nightgown, not nightgown, but you know, like I'm wearing the gown. And so I'm like sitting there and I'm like waiting. And then the doctor comes in and he's like, is it okay if my, like, if medical student comes in? I'm like, at first I'm like, so I gotta meet new people. I don't say anything, but in my head I'm like, I gotta meet new people. And I'm like, sure. Like, at everything I'm just like, let's do it. Let's go. Like, all in all, like, spoiler alert, everything goes really well. But at first I'm a little nervous. I'm like, oh, like, high medical student. Like already the nurse and I like super click because like we've chatted the most. And like I've chatted with my doctor, but this is like I've already had like 2 chats with the nurse, 1 previous chat with my doctor, and I've never met this med student. So I'm like, you know what, like it's cool, I'm open, like. And so like I just like immediately go into like, cool, like let's get started, like get the exams going. And I'm like, oh, like the thing that I say that like sets off our conversation is like, oh, like don't worry, after this I got the heating pad ready, I've got my snacks, I've got ice cream, I've got my trash reality TV like waiting for me at home. And the med student's like, ooh, like what you watching? And I say Real Housewives. And she's like, oh my gosh, have you seen Beverly Hills? And I'm like, yes, I have. But I turned to my nurse and I'm like, when I said Real Housewives, I know she was like, Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm like, yes, Real Housewives of Atlanta is the best. And like, we start like going off. It was just so good. And like, we're just like hella clicking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Cynthia. Like, we're talking about Greg, like, honk the horn, beep, beep. But anyway, so like we're like, that's luckily like keeping me distracted enough. And of course my doctor's like, okay, like I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, bro, just do it, like I'm trying to go, like. But yeah, no, like breast exam check, pap smear check. Like when he pulls out the IUD, I'm like I don't scream, but I'm definitely like, ah. And then he still has to put the new one in. It hurts so bad. And I'm sure that they were like, oh my gosh, like I don't think that they were like, oh, she was just so dramatic, but I'm sure like I was definitely like, but like everyone was like super nice, like the Jameson needs my attention, oh my gosh. So I don't think that they were like, oh my gosh, she was like so dramatic, but like and like honestly, like I think it's better that I'm like than to like hold it in and be like, I don't know, like it helps me get the pain out, you know, like but yeah, no, like immediately I was like, the cramping immediately started because of course like it's just so intense. I just felt like I needed to like, I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Like I'm not experiencing any like major bleeding right now. Like nothing, I'm not experiencing anything worse than normal. So for that, I'm very grateful. But like, damn, I anticipated it to be worse. And I'm just like, oh, pretty good. But I'm also like pretty fortunate. I would say I have like a relative, like, I wouldn't say I have the highest pain tolerance, but I would say I have like moderate. So I've never given birth to a child, even though I have this one. I haven't given birth to him. But yeah, no, it was just big day. It's been a big day today. I'm glad I made it out like on the other side. Yeah, and it definitely helps. Like I was like thinking like in this situation right now, like I work from home, so I'm like very fortunate that I could like go to my appointment in the middle of the day and then like the rest of my afternoon I was in bed because I just like felt so like, because I needed it. Like I didn't start to feel good until like 6:30. When I got home, I was like, oh my, like all the snacks that I had were sweet, and I was like, I need like something savory. Like maybe that was like my low iron telling me something, but like who knows? I was just like, nothing sounds good. And of course, we're like out of everything. I need to go to the store. But my hair looked super cute. Big day.